Good morning to this man all the way, George Page, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, I saw this happen on the news yesterday morning, and with everything going on, in the past few days, it just took me time to get to this because between you know, whoa, it's just been a mess, as up there in Washington D.C., and that's got my attention. But I really want to say this. This is just to we had a passing. This is probably the first big passing, celebrity passing of the year, and this is one Miss Tanya Roberts. As you remember her, she was in several, quite a few TV shows. She was most notably a Bond girl and also a Charlie's Angel. But anyway, Miss Roberts was born October the 15th of 1955 in the Bronx, New York City. And she started a career about in the good part of the 70s as a model. And she did some acting, when she started around about the 74, 75. And at that time, she met her husband, Barry Roberts. And at that time, she was going by the name Victoria Lee Bloom. But when she married Barry, she switched her name, became, became Tanya Roberts. Now, notably, she was originally, her career really started when she was on the series Charlie's Angels, about the fifth series. As you know, she came in replacement of actress Shelley Hack in the fifth season, who Hack replaced Kate Jackson. And you remember, there was you remember Farrah Fawcett was one of Charlie's Angels original, but she was replaced by Cheryl Ladd. Now, her character was Julie Rogers, who was also a model, but she was like a lot of the other Charlie's Angels. She wasn't a cop. She was a street rise girl who knew how to use her fist more than her gun. Anyway, after that, she started doing some movies in the good part of the 80s, most notably the classic The Beastmaster. And also around 84, she did the movie Sheena, the Queen of the Jungle, which was like she was the female version of Tarzan. And then in 85, she starred in A View to the Kill, which was Roger Moore's last Bond movie. And, it starred Christopher Walken, Grace Jones, and even the cameo appearance by Dolph Lundgren, if you watch the movie. And like I said, I was a big fan of Roger Moore. I mean, I think out of all the Bonds, he was one of my favorites because he was more British compared to Sean Connery. Anyway, she did quite a few things in a good part of the 90s, but then her career really took a jump when in 98 she played the role of Midge Pincardi, who was the mother of Mila Kunis's character, Donna. And she played for the series for about a good part of the late 90s to the early 2000s. And she left the series. And she was on her way of cameos at different TV shows, good part of the 2000s. And then she did a voiceover for the series Angry Beavers. Remember Angry Beavers, about the two brothers of beavers? That was crazy. Anyway, she was an activist. She was into animal charities. She was just a great person, say by her friends. Even though she wasn't acting as much like she was in a good part of her career, she was still active in the community. But anyway, what happened was Miss Roberts had got an infection, and the infection spread rapidly, and she died. She was in the same Cedars-Sinai Hospital in LA, just as Dr. Dre was. Yesterday I did a video about Dr. Dre, and he's doing all right from what I heard. But it's just sad that a great actress, even though and a beautiful person has passed away. Rest in peace, Miss Roberts. We're gonna miss you. It's your man all the way, George Page. Don't subscribe. I'm out.